To help you with your question, let's take a look at the information that we've been presented with. We know that Wang is registered for tax, and it says on the 1st of November 20X7, the amount that's owed to the tax authorities was $4,800. Now, because it's an amount that's owed, it's going to be on the credit side of the T account as a balance brought forward of 4,800. We're then told that during the year to 31st October 20X8, he has made net sales. Now, it's important to distinguish terminology here. You are told that this is net sales amounting to 120,000. So this would imply that sales tax has not yet been applied to this amount. Therefore, to work out the sales tax, you do need to apply the 20%. So how are we going to do that? Well, we're told that tax is at 20%. The net sales figure would imply that this is 100% of the value of the sales. So to get 20%, we simply do 120,000 multiplied by 20%, which gives us $24,000. Now, this refers to the output tax that we're going to need to pay on the sales. This will therefore feature on the credit side of the T account for the sales tax related to sales amounting to 24,000. Next, we are told that there are gross purchases of $96,000 made. Now, it's very important here to distinguish that they are using the phrase gross purchases. So if you know that purchases at a gross amount equate to $96,000, then this amount is inclusive of the tax. It therefore represents 120% of the amount. It is inclusive of the tax. So to work out the tax element of this figure, what we would need to do to work out the sales tax is simply take that 96,000. We know it represents 120%, so we would divide it by 120 and then multiply by 20 to get 20% of the tax. Now that's going to give us a figure that amounts to 16,000. That 16,000 is what we would recognize as the input tax on our purchases, which features on the debit side of this sales tax ledger, because it's an amount that you can claim from the tax authorities. So we're going to slot in that 16,000. Now at this point, you have all the entries that you need to complete this T account and work out the balance that's left or due to the tax authorities. We can clearly see that the credits exceed the debits, which amount to 28,800. We make that the total on both sides of this ledger, giving us ultimately a balance that's going to be carried forward for the difference between the 28,800 and the 16,000, giving us 12,800. We make that the balance brought forward on the opposite side of the ledger, and our answer to this question is going to be 12,800 that is due to the tax authorities.